Chanukah Sameach, everyone. Today is the 5th day of Chanukah. Tonight, before we will be lighting the Shabbat candles, we're going to light the Chanukah candles. We'll light 6 candles tonight, and then we light the Shabbat candles. As soon as we light the Shabbat candles, Shabbos technically comes in. So we need to make sure that we light the Chanukah candles beforehand, because we do not light fire on Shabbat. But because the mitzvah of Chanukah is at night, we need to make sure that the Chanukah candles are big enough that they last at least half an hour into Shabbat. This week's parasha is Parashat Miketz. And Parashat Miketz starts out by telling us about Paro's dreams and Yosef interpreting them. Last week, we also had a parasha, Parashat Vayeshev, of Yosef's dreams and Paro's servants' dreams. A lot of dreams going on in these parshas. A few weeks beforehand, we had Yaakov's dreams. But these two parshas always fall out around Chanukah, right before and on Chanukah. The question is, why? Things don't just happen. There's a reason for them. Now, from a mystical point of view, you go into a book called Sefer HaYetzirah, which means the book of creation, which is associated with Avraham Avinu, and it dates back pretty far back towards there. And this book talks about all the different mystical sides of the creation, which letters are associated with which month, and which names of God are associated with each month, which attributes of God are associated with which month, which astrological signs. One of them is, what is the main power that rules in the world in this month? And one of them, in the month of Kislev, which is the month of Chanukah, the attribute that is prominent in this month is Shena, sleeping. And it's a very, very interesting thing, because the more you read into it and the more you learn about it, the more you understand what sleeping and dreaming is, and why we have Chanukah in this month of sleep and dreaming. Chanukah is when it gets cold out. Kislev, it gets cold, it's winter in Israel, everybody's bundling up. Once you get cold, everybody's getting nice and warm and cozy, you get lazy, you want to stay in the house, you don't want to get out and do things. And this is a big part of it. It's understanding what it means to get comfortable and not leave your comfort zone. Some of you who've been watching my other videos of Chanukah have noticed that I've been wearing a white garment for Chanukah whenever I light the candles. This white garment is called a kaftan, and it is a Hasidic wear for the high holidays. Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur. We also wear it on Leil HaSeder, on Pesach. But there's a difference between what Ashkenazim wear and what Hasidim wear. So Ashkenazim wear a white garment on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur and on Pesach, and it is called a kittel. And a kittel is supposed to put you in a very, very serious mindset. And the point of it is to remind you of the day that you will die, and have that as something in front of you. And we dress like that as angels, and to show we're coming into the world simple. We leave the world simple and have you in this type of mindset. Hasidim, specifically Breslov Hasidim, wear a kaftan, and the kaftan reminds us that we're royalty. And when we stand in front of God on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, we stand there as royalty. And we come to ask for forgiveness and for things for this coming year, like royalty. When we are sitting in the Seder on Pesach, we are sitting as royalty, as free men. There's something very much to it. But from a Hasidic point of view, Chanukah finishes the high holidays. The high holidays don't finish with Yom Kippur, or if you a bit more Hasidic with Simchat Torah, but it actually finishes with Chanukah. It finishes with that light. We made a commitment on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur of what we're going to do this year. But a few months have passed, and we've become warm and cozy and lazy and comfortable. And Chanukah is our wake-up call. It's that light after the holidays. It's that light in the middle of the winter. When everything's dark around you, suddenly there's light. And that light draws you in and warms you up. When you stare at the Chanukah candles, it warms you up from the inside. My great-great-great-grandfather, about 8 or 9 generations ago, was Rav Pinchas Miketz. Rav Pinchas Miketz was a close friend of the Baal Shem Tov, the founder of the Chassidut movement. And he had a saying about Chanukah that he says, it is extremely important that after you light the Chanukah candles, to sit and stare at the Chanukah candles. It warms you up from the inside. It energizes you and gives you a place of warmth and connection to God. That is what Chanukah was for Rav Pinchas Miketz. It's staring at the candles. It's staring at the light. It's enjoying the light. Chanukah is that wake-up call of, you're getting comfortable. You're getting lazy again. Wake up. Warm up. Feel the light. Feel the light. Chanukah Sameach. Shabbat Shalom and Chodesh Tov. Rosh Chodesh is on Shabbat and on Sunday. So Chodesh Tov, everyone.